Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I will be crocheting it forward in this video by showing you how to make this heart pattern and turn your heart pattern into a granny square, which is just in time for Valentine's Day right around the corner. So let's get started. The materials needed are going to be some yarn. I'm using red and cream Walmart brand mainstays, I believe. Okay, the corresponding hook for the video, I am going to use a 6.0J, some scissors, and I have a smaller hook on standby, and also a large sewing needle. So let's get started. I wanted to show you this, this piece right here. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 rounds, and in those 2 rounds, of double crochet, we're going to create our heart, and then we're going to do a base round, which is what I call the setup round for our granny square. And in these points, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, where these yellow pieces of string are. That's where we're going to put our single crochets, and in between we're going to put 3 chains. Okay, and then these are going to be our corners right here, right there, and then these are going to be our sides. And in our corners, we skip an extra stitch just because we have to put 2 double crochets and 2 chains in there. And then on the sides, we just skip 2 stitches. But we'll review that some more when we get there. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and use my red. So we want to go ahead and do our magic circle. However you do your magic circle, go ahead and get started. And then what we want to do in the magic circle is chain 2, which is not going to count as a double crochet. And then in the magic circle, we want to make 10 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, some more yarn here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll close up that magic circle, and then we're going to slip stitch to the top of our first double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And in this next stitch, we're going to make 3 triple crochets. And then a triple crochet is yarning over twice. Go in your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the last 2. Get some more yarn here. We want to do that 2 more times in the same stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch we're going to repeat that 3 triple crochets in the same stitch. So that's 1 triple crochet, 2, 3. In our next stitch, we're going to make 2 double crochets. The next stitch, we are going to repeat that 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, some more yarn here. Big ball here. And in our next stitch, we are going to do 1 triple crochet, a picot, chain 2, And then it's really important that you slip stitch in the 2 loops underneath that first chain. Like right here, right there, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and slide my, and you'll have to do that for each point, the bottom of your heart, in order for your point to come out good. So we're just gonna slip stitch there. And we're gonna go back into that same stitch and do another triple crochet. So you will have a triple crochet, a picot, and then another triple crochet. So our first side is done right here. We're gonna go ahead and do our second side. And we're gonna do it exactly the same, only we're gonna do it backwards. So in the next stitch, we're gonna put 2 double crochets. I apologize, I'm kind of battling some sinuses today. I sound a little nasal. Next stitch, 2 double crochets. Next stitch, 3 triple crochets. Two, 3. Some more yarn from our yarn bowl here. And then in our next stitch, we're going to put 3 triple crochets, our last set of 3 triple crochets. All in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Now we want to chain 3, just like we did initially. And then in that next stitch, right here, it's right in the middle, it's kind of, it'll probably be really small. We want to go ahead and slip stitch. Once you do that, chain 1 and cut your yarn. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to squeeze that circle tighter, and then I'm going to work down this tail that we have, down a couple stitches, down to where the first tail is from our magic circle. And just work it down a couple stitches, get it out the way. We don't want it all over the place when we're doing our granny. And I'm just going to tie a loose knot, so I don't want it all bunched up. And there we have our perfect little heart. Okay, so you want to grab your other corresponding color. Mine is going to be cream. So we can go ahead and do the granny portion. If you just wanted the pattern for the heart, there you have it. You can use it as a gift tag on your Valentine gifts. Whatever you want. It's totally up to you. But I am going to get this red out of this bowl so I can have more to work with here. So again, bringing this marked heart back into play here. We are going to start right here at the top of your last set of 3 triple crochets, and then we're going to skip 4, then we're going to put a single crochet here directly across this stitch. We are going to match it with another single crochet. We're going to skip 4 because it's a corner, put a single crochet, skip 3, single crochet, skip 4, single crochet, and this is going to be crucial right here because you don't want a gap. In order to do that, we're going to have to put single crochets on each side of the triple crochets. And then this is a corner, so we'll skip 4, this is a side, and we'll skip 3. So at the end, we will end up with 8 points setting up for our granny. So let's go ahead and get this second color yarn and get that done. Okay, so again, we are attaching at the top of our first triple crochet. Okay, And then we want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3. It should put you to the second chain. Insert our hook, do a single crochet, chain 3. We will always chain 3 in between all of our single crochets. So then we're going to go to the other side of our heart and look for that second chain, do our single crochet, chain 3, okay, but we're going to skip 4, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th we want 2 single crochet, chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, and into the 3rd, I should say skip 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's our corner, and this is going to make your heart bunch up a little bit. Do not worry about that. That is normal. You haven't done anything wrong. We want to chain 3, and then we want to go ahead on the other side. We have a triple crochet or picot and a triple crochet, so we want to go in this stitch on the other side of our triple crochet and single crochet, chain 3. We want to skip 4, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th, single crochet, chain 3, and then 1, 2, 3 stitches should get you right back to where you started, and we just want to slip. So yeah, this is how your heart is going to look like. It's going to look a little messy, but we're going to fix that. So at this point we want to go into our first chain 3 space, which is going to be our corner slip stitch, chain 3, single crochet in that second chain from your hook, 2 double crochets in that chain 3 space, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochets to finish that corner, and that is our first corner. Now we're moving on to the next chain 3 space. That is going to be our first side. So we're just going to put 3 double crochets. My pattern does not call for spaces in between. If you feel comfortable doing that, that's up to you. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but this is my pattern. So now we're in the second corner of our heart, and we are going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in the chain 3 space to complete our second corner. And I'm not gonna review the granny pattern. There's too many videos on YouTube for that. So finishing up our second corner, we're going to our second side. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Moving on, we're in our third corner where we're going to make 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and a 3 double crochets. This works up pretty quick. I watched a whole lot of videos on how to make hearts, and I just started playing with it and came up with my own thing. I just didn't like some of just how the other ones came out. It's, you know, not that they were wrong or anything, but this is what I prefer. So we should be at the point now, the bottom point of our heart, and behind that is our chain 3. That's going to be our third side. So we're just going to put 3 double crochets. Okay, now we're moving on to our fourth corner, fourth and final corner. Make 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. Okay, and now we're at our final side. We're just going to make 3 double crochets to finish this first round up. We want to slip stitch to the top of our single crochet. Okay, and then there's your heart. You want to, pop out that bottom point right here, and if you have a gap in there, it's likely because you probably did a stitch in between inside of these triple crochets, which is going to cause that, so you'll probably want to redo that. But that's our first round. As we keep going, it's gonna shape out a lot better. So we want a single crochet to start our second round. Slip stitch to the chain 2 space from the previous round to do our first corner. Chain 3, single crochet in that second chain from your hook, 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 3 double crochets for our first corner. Okay, now we're doing our sides. We have 2 sides, and we are going to be putting our 3 double crochets in between the sets of 3. So right here and right there. Okay, for our sides. Since we didn't put a chain 1, that's where we're going to put them. So in our next space, we're going to put 3 double crochets. So now we're going to our second corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. On our second side, 3 double crochets in between your sets of 3 double crochets from your previous round. Okay, we're in our third corner, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. And there goes the clock. Okay, we're moving right along. Love some granny squares. Traditional. We've kind of, I think people have, kind of made their own versions. Okay, we're on the third side, and then we're going to put 3 sets of 3 double crochets in these spaces. Kind of done different versions and stuff. I used to do the chain 1, and then I found that some, as I washed the garments or clothing or blankets, Afghans, they became real loose. So I kind of adopted the no chain in between, but definitely, we're in our last corner, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. I have just found that the material just stays better. It's more sturdy, it's not loose, doesn't have that stretched out effect. So yeah, this is how I do my grannies. But again, if you feel more comfortable putting a chain 3 in your corners, a chain 1 or 2 in between, that is totally up to you. I just can't guarantee how it's going to look, because this is my pattern and this is the way that I've been doing it. So okay, we are back to the beginning, and we want to slip stitch to the top of our single crochet. And you notice I don't do the chain 3s because I just find that the single crochet just comes out a lot more crisper, neater, all of that. So that's it. That is your heart pattern turned into a granny square. Now you can put another round, which I did. I am going to make a little blanket. In my next video, I am going to show you how to join them and join as you go, So stay tuned for that this week. And I have done the opposite of that, and then I'm going to do some solid blocks. But I will review that when I record that video. But there you have it. I just want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody's support and patience. And don't forget to subscribe. Give a like, wouldn't hurt. If you want to share this video, tag somebody. Just spread the love of crochet. So remember, together we can continue to crochet it forward. Bye now.